All right. What's popping? What's popping, everybody, man? This is Vernon Lane. And
Oh yeah, there's Ade Wally.
yes, sir, man. Hey, man, we finna give y'all our reaction to this first presidential debate, man. But before we go into that, man, it's one, note, hold up, is it gonna work? Look, I got my ballot, you feel me? I got my ballot, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and put that in, man. Hey, it's hella funny, bro. Kanye West was on the ballot too, bro.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that shit was hella funny. I
Yeah,
was like, wow, they got Kanye West on here.
yeah.
That's just funny though. Like I didn't think he was gonna qualify to be on our ballot in California. Like I guess like they was like he's not gonna qualify for like every state to be on the ballot. But
Yeah.
hey, I guess he qualified on our end.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it's hilarious though. Um, but yeah, man. So uh, Fox News just gave our first presidential debate, man. So, bro, man, what's your thoughts on it, man? What you think?
Like CNN, they said like it was a shit show. Like they said it was like the worst debate in history. Like they thought that like they were just arguing the whole time. I'm like, well, yeah. I mean, it was a very entertaining debate. I mean, like Trump keeps you on your toes, and he's just
Exactly.
quick intellect, so he's just saying whatever comes to his mind. But I mean, I was learning stuff I never heard before, so like I mean, it was to me it was informative,
Like
you
what?
know,
Like what? Like what's some of the stuff you ain't never heard?
like he just thinks about stuff that people don't think about. Like when they were talking about like climate change, he was talking about like, oh yeah, the forest, like it's poor forest management. It's not like necessarily like climate change, because then he said like, oh, like he talked to somebody in Europe that also lives in like a
Yeah,
forest area, and they said
exactly.
like we don't have fires, so it's because we have good forest management. So it's like shit like that. It's like facts. Like
Thank you. I mean, for real though. Like, and that's the thing, because like, I kind of like that. Like, I'm on the same boat as you. It was like some stuff that I knew, but it's like, okay, let's see them. I want to hear them break it down. I want to hear them, give clarity on their deals. And one thing, bro,
yeah,
that got me is like, okay, we seen Joe Biden, bro, talk about this Green New Deal shit. You feel me? But yet we seen on the debate, oh no, I'm not for the Green New Deal. You know what I'm saying? It's like, then what are you for? Oh, I'm for the Biden deal. It's like, where the fuck that come
what's
from?
that?
You
Yeah,
was talking Green New Deal, and all of a sudden tonight, no, it's not the Green New Deal, it's the Biden deal. Like, bro, like,
first time hearing about that.
yeah, exactly. But see, my thing is like, I think like um Trump took off on him. You know what I'm saying? Trump was all over the place. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit there and just act like he was 100% on point tonight. He did
Yeah,
kind of take off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He can't, especially like with the interruptions and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I mean, hey, that's Trump character. Me, I guess I could say I didn't expect any different. I don't expect for him to come on there and be hella calm, quieted, and like I expect him to come out there and just take off on Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
it was crazy because it's like, yeah, like a lot of things that Trump got at Joe Biden on, especially with like law enforcement and all this stuff. And I mean Trump, come on, man, say law enforcement. Say Joe Biden couldn't even say it. He was like, so then I guess later on when he mentioned something about, look, I don't want to defund the police, and Trump was like, man, you just lost the left. Like he was
yeah, yeah.
like it's crazy, But I was like, um, uh, yeah, man, Trump did kind of take off on him a lot. I feel like both of them, when asked direct questions, especially on like some of their policies and like I know like with Trump, the thing that got me was with Trump, he was kind of weeding around the whole racial inequality and everything. Biden, he kept weeding around the whole thing with the COVID and then of course the whole issue with his son. It's not true that Hunter was, what I'm saying. So it's like they both. I guess like on certain issues that I guess that they downplayed
Yeah,
individually out there,
yeah,
they kind of, you know, not addressed it. You feel me? And I felt like that's something that us from both of them, you know, those were critical things. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, let's
yeah,
address this. You know, these are answers that we as American people are curious about for the simple fact that y'all was going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? With the news media, it's like, look, we don't want to hear what the news media is saying. We want to hear what y'all saying right now. What y'all out your own mouth got to say about this
yeah,
situation. You feel me?
yeah.
So yeah, man, it's crazy, bro.
I mean, it was like when they were arguing, like talking over each other, it was like confusing. It was like, well, I don't know what we're gonna think now because we're just like focusing on y'all just arguing, like, and it's like, man, y'all should like instead of like taking all these personal attacks, you should just be like saying the facts of what you're gonna do when you become president. You
Exactly,
know?
exactly. You know, I mean, it's like, I mean, when it comes to that, it's like, man, like they don't know. Like all they know is like Trump. He was like, man, I'm trying to stay in office. You know, to keep things going how it's been going. You know what I'm saying? As far as like his agenda, you know what I'm saying, what he got planned. And it's like Biden, it's more of just like I said, the whole narrative. I feel like is just get Trump out of office. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like when it comes to a lot of things that Joe Biden, you know, wants to do and all this, it's like I too much couldn't hear on any of the questions too much of a clear like clarity on what he actually has planned to do. And it's not
yeah,
because, you know, like a lot of people are, well, Trump kept interrupting him and all that stuff. It's like, yeah, but there were still some times in the debate where, you know, Trump kept his mouth shut and allowed him to talk and explain. And it was like Biden just kept touching on, I guess, those symbolic moves. You know what I'm saying? And look, this is all for you at home, all for the American worker, those who are struggling right now. You know, this man,
yeah,
you know, what he's doing right now is not for you. What I got is for you. You know, and it's like, well, what is it? What do you have for us? Name some
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And it's like
yeah,
I didn't too much get no clarity on exactly what do they plan to do. You know what I'm saying? And once again, like I was looking up AOC, you know, she over here tweeting about like, oh, how dare these people question how our I think it was like the Green New Deal, I believe. Uh
yeah,
Let me pull that up. Like she was like, yeah, how dare, let me see, here we go. The nerve of people who asks how are you going to pay for it whenever we propose building advanced public education, healthcare, climate, and infrastructure, you know, yet defend a system where Trump pays $750 in taxes and Amazon pays none is beyond me. You feel me? And my whole
yeah,
thing is like, that seems to be like the go-to, I feel like, of like a lot of the Democrats. It's like, okay, you guys are trying to have this Green New Deal, or you're trying to have, you know, all these policies and stuff, you know, healthcare for all and all this stuff. Okay, well, you know, how is it going to get paid for it? Like
yeah,
I feel like that's like a legitimate question, you know? And it's like the answer you got is like you get mad and be like, that's not the why would you ask something like that? That's not the point. How is it going to get paid for it? Yes, it is. I'm a taxpayer, I'm a tax-paying citizen. You know what I'm saying? I want to know how
yeah,
it's going to get paid for it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And it's like, see, it's like stuff like that. It's like, come on, man, like stop weeding around the bush. But see, I feel like that's because Trump got him in a bind. Because Trump, big thing is like, look, I'm trying to lower taxes. They trying to raise taxes. You know, y'all don't. I mean, come
yeah,
on. Like if cats is already living paycheck to paycheck, you know, especially living out here in like, you know, areas like New York, California, where they taxing us on every little thing already. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Me getting another federal tax increase, you know, it's like, hey, I'm already struggling now. Now, you know what I'm saying? Now
Yeah,
y'all finna
take
take
that.
what, 50 to $100 more out of my paycheck every month now? You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on now. Like, I would want to know something like that, you know?
Hell yeah.
So, I mean, it's uh, a lot of stuff was left on the table, you know, but I mean, hopefully the next one, you know what I'm saying, it'll kind of be more better. You know, Fox News was pretty much organized with how they did the debate, but it's just, of course, you know, once Trump let off, it was a wrap. You know what I'm saying? As far as order.
He makes his own rules.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, dang, man. I said this boy came in just like was ready to take off on everything, you know.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, bro.
But I said like Biden, he was like attacking like Trump's moral character.
Yeah,
He wasn't like some supposedly like like saying like he should have been just saying like his plan, like what he's gonna do if he gets in the office. But he was like more so saying like, this guy's bad for you. He's like
exactly.
he doesn't identify with the masses of Americans, and he's not like the working class, middle class Joe like me. That type of shit. Like it was like
Exactly.
I don't know. He's got to roll out his plan like in the next debates, otherwise he's really gonna lose.
And that's it. But see, and that's the thing. Like they're rotting on that. I feel like their main thing, of course, is like I said, get Trump out of office. That's all we care about. So it's like, look, we gotta attack his moral character. We gotta attack, how he acts, how he treat. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole thing with the Charlottesville incident. You know what I'm saying? It's like he brought that up. Oh look, he called fine people. Like it's like. He's like, yeah, see, just because he did that, that's why I started to, like really considering running for president and all this stuff, and it's like, they try to stick with linking him, as a racist, you know what I'm saying? Same with, of course, with COVID, oh, it's your fault because, you're a bad president and you didn't care about the lives of the people. That's why, so many lives are lost. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh yeah, let's just attack him on that. You know what I'm saying? While at the same time, we're not providing no plans as far as what we're going to do. That's, like once we get into office, that's, going to be better than what Trump is doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy, bro. Like they really just pulling out everything, you know what I'm saying? Just to I guess, keep us focused on that specific narrative. It's almost like a magician, it's like, look, watch this hand, but this hand over here doing something else. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's like that's what I feel like that they doing to us. You know what I'm saying? It's like with Joe Biden, of course, yeah, Joe Biden knows how to, I guess, talk calm, have that calmness tone and, preach about, care and, this is for you, I'm all about unity and bringing people together and doing this and doing that, and, Trump is not. See, look, he's over here dividing. Look, it's like,
yeah.
I don't know, but it's like, man, people like us, we kind of see that, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, maybe there's a lot of people out there that don't. So you feel me? Like they just, they just buy it. You know what I'm saying? They buy into it. You know what I'm saying? That the same thing the Democrats been pushing to us for decades. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah, like if you don't know that there's like layers to everything that's going on, you're just looking on the surface and you're like not trying to think about it. You're just like accepting what they say. You're totally gonna miss out on those types of factors. Like, it's like, oh yeah, but what is he not saying, or what is he really saying, or what are they trying to make me feel? You know what I'm saying? Like I saw like on CNN they were talking about like they said like he didn't denounce white supremacy tonight, Trump, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like Trump also said that like what something that Biden said about black people. So to me, they're both two older white guys from like a generation where everybody was pretty much racist.
Exactly.
So it's like they probably got like racism in them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you gotta think about like what's better for your pocketbook, and it's like you said, the Green New Deal. Like Trump's always saying like, oh, Biden's gonna raise taxes on the middle class. Like that's what you're saying. Like we can't take another tax hike because we're already strapped.
Exactly.
But Trump wants to like lower taxes for like everybody and businesses. So it's like, okay, I mean, a lot of people are in a rat race and they don't know how to get out. but really it's like because they're investing in the wrong shit. Like if they invested in a business or like stocks, then they could see like they could become more like a Trump, and he's a
Exactly.
billionaire. So it's like it's just like most people ain't thinking deep like that. It's like or it just they don't want to do the work. They think it's like too much work to like have a business or some shit like that. So they're like aligned with the Democrats and they say we'll just be with workers and we'll just work, and complain and be like, oh, we don't have enough. And it's like, man, like all you gotta do is like just be a business owner and like you don't have to have a. See, the thing about being a business owner is like you get to decide what kind of business you want to do and what kind of business model you want to follow. There's simple business models. You don't have to like be doing something complex,
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's facts. I mean, it's like, like I was just talking to my auntie about this earlier. Is it's like it's like you ain't gotta start a business just to like be a millionaire. I mean, of course, hey, that would be lovely. But I mean, some people start businesses just because they don't want to work for nobody else.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't gotta. It's like you just have the freedom, that type of freedom to do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? You set your own schedule, but I mean, the thing that I constantly notice is you got a lot of people who wants to do less but yet gets more.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like I started looking into like, okay, life insurance, right? The government, like, because how everybody's talking about Trump and his taxes right now. The government relies on the private sector to do a lot for us, so that way the government ain't got to do everything. So the government, it's like, dang, I mean, of course, like, yeah, if the government's doing everything for you, dang, they're paying half your rent, paying all your medical bills, getting you life insurance plans, getting you all this stuff. Well, hey, yeah, by all means, yeah, we need that issue. We need that, we taking more taxes because how else is this going to get paid for? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, the thing is, they rely on the private sector to say, hey, look, we need you guys to offer this type of service to the people. So that way we ain't got to do it. And if we ain't got to do it, we ain't got to worry about taxing the people. You know what I'm saying? So we keep taxes low. And then the incentive that, for us as, working class citizens is, hey, if you guys go to these private sectors, purchase life insurance, get Medicare through your, through having a good job and all that stuff or whatever, you will get a tax break for that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like people don't understand, like there is tax breaks that us as middle class, working class people have.
Yeah.
It's just the fact nobody don't take the time out to learn it, know it, so how you knocking the next man who, is, trying to make sure that he gives the government not a penny more than what he owes them. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, that's the whole thing. It's like, like I notice a lot of people just depend or are relying on the government for everything because it's like less stuff that they got to do, and I can go ahead and just work my McDonald's job for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? And can be this free spirited cat. You know what I'm saying? Could do whatever I want, could take all these travels that I want because, hey, I'm working at McDonald's and I got the government paying paying for my housing, all this stuff, you know what I'm saying? As long as I keep myself keep myself in a poverty level, not making more than $30,000 a year or whatever, hey, I'm good. This is life. I love it. You feel me? And then it's like, I feel like it's like a lot of those people who are stagnant and just, comfortable where they at. You know what I'm saying? I feel like those are the ones that's constantly complaining hard. Ones who's not making good, conscious life decisions, who are really complaining hard about that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, well, bro, you got the same 24 hours as Trump. You got the same 24 hours as Jeff Bezos. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want better for yourself, if you want a better life for yourself, man, get up, get up off your ass and go get it. Go chase it. Stop sitting here complaining and get mad when things ain't going your way. Well, I mean, thank God, America still has the, freedom for us to better ourselves. You know what I'm saying? If we choose, you feel me? So it's
Yep.
like, I mean, come on, man. And it's like I feel like that's just the whole big thing is, you know, that's what's another big thing that separates Trump and Biden. You know what I'm saying? It's like, look,
Yeah.
hey, you know, Trump. It's like, I mean, like they both understand how the world really works. They both understand the system. Like, come on now, you know what I'm saying? But see,
Yeah.
the whole thing is, you got one who's like, hey, the system's fine how it is. People just got to quit being lazy. And then, you got another one, well, no, the system's not fine how it is. We need to fix it and we need to help the people. You know, it's just crazy. It's wild.
Bro, I used to okay, so like in the Bay Area or New York,
Mm-hmm.
like if you make 30,000 a year, like it'll be hard to get a house like right away. But everywhere else in the country, if you're trying to get into real estate, become a real estate investor, you can do it with a 30,000 a year job.
Exactly.
But you gotta like, not buy certain things because
Yeah.
you're gonna put that shit down on a house
Yeah.
and then start paying your mortgage and then, take some equity out of there and then put it on another property.
Exactly.
It's like it's possible. It's like damn, like it really is possible. You may gotta move,
Yeah.
to Atlanta or Texas or, Detroit or whatever, like Florida or whatever,
Yeah.
Arizona. But it's like it's possible. It's like damn, like that's why they said like the poverty level is like what 15,000.
Mm-hmm.
So if you make double that, it's like they're like in your eyes like you're doing good,
Yeah. Yeah.
And then if you're with another person that makes 30,000 too, and that's 60,000, it's like damn, like it all depends on how you look at this shit. Like like do you want more government, which is the Democrats? Do you want less government, which is the Republicans? And probably more money, which is the Republicans, and less money, which is the Democrats. But it's like most people ain't looking at the shit like that. They're just like, they don't know how to look at shit. I think that's what I think. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, facts, man. I mean, it's all just, I mean, a lot of people just like take what the media, like what they see on the news, and they just run with it. You know what I'm saying? And I think like with these debates, like what we experienced, like with this first one, I mean, I just think that, man, like they got to provide more clarity. You know what I'm saying? Trump,
Hell yeah.
Trump just gotta. I mean, they gonna constantly attack Trump, of course, on his character, of course, on him being a racist, and him not um, condemning white supremacists, and all this stuff. Which I mean, bro, like I don't know, like if I was him, like, bro, how many times do I got to do this? You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, we want you to do it right now. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, how many times do I got to do this? It's like me, I wasn't tripping. I was like, I seen the reportings where he condemned them hella times. So it's like, why me as somebody who's watching this? If I seen that he did it like 3 other times, I can care less whether he does it today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, it's like, okay, if you're going to talk about Trump not properly condemning the KKK, well, why you didn't talk about Biden not properly identifying Antifa, on the same level as the KKK and condemning them, condemning all the violence and shit that's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't hear that out of Biden, but of course, people ain't going to trip on that because the whole narrative being spun right now is, well, Trump's a racist, Trump supports the KKK, all this stuff. So that's all we care about. We don't care about what Biden got going on. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's amazing, bro, how like all political this stuff is. Because even like one thing that they mentioned, like Trump mentioned, was like how I guess like some states, like Democrat ran states, are sitting there like literally holding back on opening up because, or I guess they gave a date that they're going to open up, which is after the election. And it's like, well, why? Oh, because the election will be over. It's like, really? So I'm saying, so I'm like, see, that's just like, come on, man. It's like, man, like y'all know y'all playing, man. Like y'all trying to make this political. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's not helping. Like, why you think people leaving New York, man? Cats is leaving California. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, see the bullshit. They like, bro, we out of here. You know,
Yeah.
bro, like I feel like New York, bro, in the next 5 years, bro, New York is finna be like damn near like Baltimore. You feel me?
Damn.
Because it's like, I mean, right now, bro, like, man, they got so much office space availability out there. They got so much housing availability out there. Like, people's like bouncing. Companies is not trying to come to New York like that no more. Because I'll look at, you know what I'm saying, look at all what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, man, they like, especially out here in the Bay, like the Bay in LA, you know, Silicon Valley, you know, what, especially like with remote working, you got everybody going to Texas. You know what I'm saying? Everybody going to Tucson, Arizona. You know, people going to Tulsa, Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro. Tulsa, they offering anybody $10,000 if you move out there to work remotely.
Damn.
Yeah, so I was like, you know, it's like all these other cities, man, they trying to get that influx. You know what I'm saying? And they trying to build their own cities up. So they like, hey, if everybody's fleeing LA and fleeing the Bay and fleeing New York and all this stuff, hey, come through. You know what I'm saying? Come out here, start your business here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's your foundation here. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like, bro, like New York, man, New York can't afford that, you know. But it's like, you know, they not caring. It's like, come on, man, like a city survives off the taxes that it brings in, the city tax that it brings in. If you ain't got these corporates coming out there paying that tax, or you ain't got people that's moving there paying that property tax and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? How's the city gonna pay for his bills? You know what I'm
Turn
saying?
to a slum.
Exactly. Like, man, bro, like
Man.
it's crazy, man. You know, and then like one thing that also that Trump spoke about was the tax breaks that Obama gave a lot of developers and all that stuff. And it's crazy because I remember that shit, bro. And it's like, once again, like Trump said, we got a hotel right here in Washington, D.C. He was like, your administration gave you the tax breaks to build the damn hotel. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
why are you tripping about, you know, oh, these corporate billionaires, these all bad people, you know, we need to tax them or do this, do that. But your administration gave me work. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
No, no. The guy must have amnesia.
that's what
Forgot
I'm
his
saying.
own policies.
It's all political, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, man. Like, come on, man. Man, like the Democrats, man, they know. Like, man, y'all know how this country works. Y'all know y'all need the private sector for a lot. You know, y'all know in order for stuff to happen, you know, jobs to come back, manufacturing, something like that, you know, you gotta offer some type of tax break just by providing, you know, private sector people providing that service. So you ain't gotta provide it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was like, what's this issue? What's this issue with you know, trying to be hell? Oh no, we want to tax all these rich, wealthy corporations and all this stuff. But then, okay, if they leave, you know, then it's like, well, we're losing jobs. All this stuff. Well, gee, I wonder why. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy.
And like I think about it, it's like, you know how like the the so when the taxes are high on businesses, then they go to like another country and they start up their business over there.
Mm-hmm.
They outsource, you
Yep.
know. So it's like, you know, Biden, like if he becomes president, he's gonna be getting all these deals with people like China, and we'll be losing hella jobs
Yeah,
because
exactly.
it's like he's trying to be like buddy buddy with them, as opposed to Trump, just like, you know, basically knowing the Chinese are like tricky and shit, and so he'd rather be a bully to them than be like a buddy, you know,
Yeah.
because like that's the only way you're gonna get over on the Chinese because they're always trying to get over on us.
Yeah. Facts.
You can't be buddy buddy with everybody because it's like they're not your friends. They're trying to have like that competitive edge for their country.
Exactly.
So it's
Exactly.
like,
That's all they care about is their country.
yeah. So then like you talk about healthcare and shit. Like, okay, so to me, sometimes I think I'm like, okay, so I think like Republicans would like it if everybody had a business, everybody had their own money and could pay for their own healthcare.
Yep.
You know, like, you know, private healthcare, not no public healthcare. And it's like the public health care, it's like that's why they're talking about taxing people that make over 400,000 or whatever. That's what they're saying. That's what they're proposing. But people are saying like they're gonna tax people that make under that because the bill's gonna be so high, and all
Yeah.
this type of shit. It's like, man, like it's true. Like, you know, if you're not a wealthy person, you go to the hospital, it's like thousands of dollars for like one day. It's like $10,000 for like one day, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like if you don't have that kind of money, it's like what the fuck? That's like you're just being dead or whatever, or it's like so I don't know. Like to me, like that's like my only concern, like with the Republicans. But then again, like Donald Trump did say like he wasn't about to do that. Like he's not about to like get rid of people with pre-existing conditions,
Mm-hmm.
and he's trying to lower the drug prices. And I'm like, what about the hospital costs? Like you go to the hospital, like lower that, like
Yeah.
insurance premiums and all that type of shit. And like I
Yeah.
mean, basically like it's the Congress. Like if the Congress works with the president, they can do anything pretty
Yeah.
much. So
Exactly.
that's like, so I'm not. So I guess correction. I'm not really worried if we're with Trump, but if like we're with Biden, it's like he's just gonna tax everybody out the ass. Like it's all the shit he wants to do, and it's like
Exactly.
the Congress is not even gonna work with him. So it's like I don't know. It's gonna be like a stalemate, like just stalling. Like nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Nothing's gonna move. That's what they did to Obama. You know. So it's like I don't know. Like we already lived through that shit. So it's like, do we want to live through that again? Like I don't know. You know?
I mean, yeah. It seemed like they mean like that's just the norm. It's more just party, loyal to the party and with the party moving. You know what I'm saying? Instead of loyal to the people. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
politics has really just gotten crazier. You know what I'm saying? This is before Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is all, they going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, well, y'all did this to us, so yeah, guess what? When it's our turn, we gonna do it back to y'all, and y'all bet not cry and complain about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
that's all that's going on. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, y'all Democrats, y'all had y'all way for 8 years. Okay, now it's our time. You know what I'm saying? It's our turn to push our agenda and do what we want to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, once again, the Democrats is mad. You know what I'm saying? It's like, just like with this whole thing with the Supreme Court justice, it's like, y'all, it's like, okay, so RBG died, at a
Mm-hmm.
time on election year. It's like, okay, and it's like, once again, Trump didn't do nothing illegal. It's like they mad because they just calling, oh, well, no, you should still wait. We feel you should wait. And Trump like, fuck you. Like, I got the ball. I'm finna score. I got the ball. It's 4th and inches, and I'm on the fucking 1 yard line. Nigga, I'm scoring. Fuck you.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's like they just mad. It's like, come on, man. Like, it's funny because like one thing that did like Trump's Biden said, he's like, yeah, he's trying to get a Supreme Court justice in there. They're gonna overturn Roe v. Wade. They're gonna repeal the Obamacare and all this stuff. And it's like I think like with Roe v. Wade, he was like, yeah, it's on the agenda. It's on the agenda for them to repeal it and all this stuff. And Trump was like, what are you talking about? Who said anything about Roe v. Wade? You know what I'm saying? And like I always
Yeah.
wanted, because like when I saw that come up on CNN, it was like, me, I'm like, okay, so y'all just trying to say, oh yeah, with a majority conservative justice system, since they're pro-life, they're automatically going to overturn Roe v. Wade. Like, how do you know what I'm saying? It's like they just like thought about that out of midair. You know what I'm saying? Just because they, it's like so y'all trying to create a narrative. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, y'all doing that just so y'all can, once again, you know, label Trump and the Republicans as like evil people that, look, they're trying to do all this. They're trying to take away your rights. They're trying to take away your freedoms and your freedom of choice and, all this stuff. It's like, like the Trump, it's like, who said that? Like, who said it is on the back? Like, where did you get that information from? It's like Biden couldn't even answer him. It's like, yeah, because it's false. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, yeah, man, like, man, it was a wild one. It was a wild one for real.
Yeah, they were shooting at each other back and forth. You know,
Yeah,
damn, they're spitting at each other. It's like, you shut up. No, you shut up.
yeah,
Oh, be quiet. Oh, I'm talking. All that shit. It's like,
yeah,
damn, bro. It's
yeah.
funny. It's entertaining. You know.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it's like. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, okay, it's a debate. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Like, I mean, when we see with the Democratic debates and all that stuff with all the Democratic candidates, I'm like, come on, man. Like, man, they was wilding out on each other too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You know, so it's like, come on now. You know, it's like, I don't know. Like, I mean, of course, you know, we want to. The people who's hosting the debate wants a nice, good, solid, organized debate where you know they allowing each other to talk and you know they got their rebuttals, and they not yapping at each other. But it's like, come on, man, like you know what I'm saying, like man, like nah, like you know, cats gonna pop off at each other. You know what I'm saying? It's like man, that's the kind of stuff. Like me personally, it's like yeah, I want to, you know what I'm saying, like. I want to see stuff like that. Like, man, let off on them. You feel me?
Hell yeah.
But so, okay, bro, what you think? Who you think won the debate? Win, lose, or draw?
It's like, that's what I want to say earlier. I was like, so I'm gonna say who won, but it's like what do you? It's like you gotta both of these parties want power. Like Democrats want power, Republicans want power, but it's like you gotta think about who's gonna get you the most power as an individual citizen,
Mm-hmm.
and that's probably the Republicans.
Yeah.
Because you know, like we said, they're pro business, they're pro entrepreneurship, all that type of stuff, pro stock market. You know,
Yeah.
like you could probably have a better chance of getting wealthy voting Republican.
Yeah.
So to me, based on what I heard, even though they were like, it was kind of hard to understand them sometimes, like who was more aggressive and who said more that what they're gonna do. And this one, Trump.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man,
What
I feel.
about you?
Yeah. I guess I'm leaning towards Trump too because, like you said, Trump laid out more as far as like plans on what he wants to do, what he plans on doing. You
Yeah.
know, and that's the thing. It's like, you know, once again, you know, the Democrats are riding on just attacking Trump, just attacking Trump. You feel me? And it's like,
Yeah.
no, we don't want to see that. So, I mean, hopefully the next debate, I mean, we got 3 of them. So, you know, it's cool. It's pretty cool. It's an odd number. So, you know, we can just tally it up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we get a 1-1 or a 2-1 or, you know, a 3-0.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Trump got this one today. Just because of that. You know what I'm saying? Like the Democrats, Joe Biden, they need to start laying out their plans, what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, of course, the big plan that we want, you know, are expecting as far as like what his plans is, okay, well, how's he going to get paid for? You know what I'm saying? What are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's the thing I feel like he just didn't answer. It's like, okay, you're trying to raise taxes on American people. Is that true? You know, as far as what your plans, like he couldn't too much answer that. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, of course, and I guess it's like, see, he knows that. It's like, you know that that's not going to happen. You know, like people are not going to go for that because, I mean, look at the situation that we're in. Like, we ain't trying to pay more taxes. Are you serious? And it's like,
Yeah.
how is Trump's tax cuts right now so bad for us when that's the thing? It's like, oh, well, he gave tax cuts to only the rich and wealthy. No, like we working class got part of that tax cut too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not like he just gave the tax break to the, oh yeah, well, only the rich people made millions of dollars and all that stuff while you at home, you didn't. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, I mean, is it Jeff Bezos' fault because he provided a service that people need, you know, use when they lock down at home? It's not my fault. You feel me? Like, how you gonna blame me and get mad at me? Like, what? So, like, when I'm like, what is a business supposed to do? Hey, y'all, you know, since y'all locked down, y'all down and out, everything's finna be free. All your essentials that you need is all finna be free. You know, No, we're in
Yeah.
a, like we're in the business to make money, not lose money. You know,
Yeah.
like that's the thing that people gotta understand. Like when like your mindset, like you gotta be able to think like, okay, if I was Jeff Bezos and I had a business, and I worked hard, spent money, went broke, bounced back, did all this stuff, did I do it just to give shit away for free, or am I doing it because I'm trying to make money? You know what I'm saying? What the reason why I started a business is because that I wanted to make money, to be a millionaire or to just be my own boss or just make enough money to, you know what I'm saying, support, pay my bills.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's like, nigga, I'm in it for the money. So it's like, don't be mad at me. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah.
the businesses just know that's why there's an industry for everything. You know what I'm saying? Every pandemic we seen every industry shine some kind of way from every like pandemic that happened. Every recession, you know what I'm saying? We saw, a lot of industries come up, a lot of different industries come up, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's just the way it's just the way of the private sector, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
but yeah, bro. So yeah, I mean, I guess we neck and neck on that, man. We both think Trump got it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So hey, we just got to see. I'm curious to see what the vice president debates is going to be about. I think that's next week or
Oh
something.
yeah.
Or yeah,
October 7th or something.
yeah. So I'm curious to see what Kamala Harris gonna bust out with, man. Like I don't know, man. I'm gonna call it. I think I'm gonna call it early. I think Kamala gonna show out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, just from watching her, with the Democrat debates and stuff, like she know how to show out. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh yeah. Yeah.
she's like the female version of Trump. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to like,
Competitive.
yeah, exactly. So I believe Mike Pence got it. You know what I'm saying? Like he really got it in. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't know. Like man, she gonna take off on him.
Hell yeah.
Heck yeah. Well, all right, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Talking with you, man. Appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. Make sure y'all follow the agenda on Instagram at the agenda, DA agenda, or follow us on Twitter at agenda, that's agenda, DA. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Make sure y'all tune in to the Dark Network, man. The agenda is brought to y'all exclusively by the Dark Network, man. Make sure y'all like and subscribe the video, man. Help us out with the YouTube algorithm, man. You know what I'm saying? Help us get this out there. You know what I'm saying? Because we're providing real information for the people, man, by the people. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, make sure y'all tune in. Man, we got the next episode coming out this Friday on the agenda, our 5th episode. Man, make sure y'all you feel me? Heck yeah. Make sure y'all, check out all our extra content, all our exclusive content where we do stuff like how we doing here on a YouTube page at the Dark Network, man. We not playing, we taking over. We taking over.
Sure. Taking over.
All right, bro. Well, shit,
All right,
man. I see you on the next one.
Peace.
All right, later.